Uranium friends, checking out uranium futures UX1 on the weekly. No candlestick. So this is all just moving averages, and I'm doing this just to kind of just illustrate that even if this revisits, the 878 to 80 area, it would be fine. As crazy as it sounds, I know people aren't going to. Fundamental guys are saying no way. Well, fundamental guys said 100 is the new floor. So how long did that last? Um, but you can just. This is why I put a lot of. I put more weight into moving averages than a lot of people do. And this is the reason why, right? So it's kind of like a reversion to the mean type of thing. So as things trend, the averages get stretched. They want to reconcile. So it's regaining its uptrend. It gets stretched. It reconciles, holding all this stack. So it's a good trend. Gets stretched, reconciles again. Stretched, reconciles a bit. Stretched more, reconciles again. Good trend, right? So every time we get this reconcile on the moving averages, they kind of start running together, building the trend. Okay, so we've got the situation now. It's just that plain and simple. Um, what I'm looking for now is, do we get this look where it taps this blue line and makes another bounce? Or do we get this look where everything's got to come back and kind of hold? So, and it'll, for me, it's going to be a very good indicator on how this sector is, and how bullish I am, honestly, because if we lose this metric, that's just been the guide for a very, very long time. It means that to me that the sector has changed, actually. So I would have to rethink my positioning. There's a lot of things that I would have to reassess here, because the trend, it's been this, right? It's always been this on the way up. So once you lose that, are we going to lose that, and then does it become this type of trend? So it's the same way in the opposite direction, right? So on the way down, it got stretched away. This is the early times, right? But on good relief bounce, right? On the way down, good trend all the way down, just holding, holding, holding. Little stretch here, little reconcile, but still holding. You've got that reversal. So is this another 10-year play? So that would take you, if this was your 10-year move here, 8 to 18, basically. Do we have to 28 on this? We'll see. You know, um, that's what I'm looking at with that. That's why I'm just showing that moving averages do have importance, because they're mathematical. There's no objective trend lines being drawn. Like, someone's doing it this way, someone's doing it that way. None of that, right? It's all mathematical. So, and now candlestick price action, right? So what's going on is the weekly 12 EMA is holding this down. So the new $100 floor, well, maybe that was the ceiling, right? So everybody said this was the floor. Maybe that was the ceiling for now. So I can only tell you what the price action is telling me. So I am looking for literally a bounce very soon. Otherwise, we're coming back down to the 78 area, 80 area. And there's a gap to fill. Whether you believe in gaps because it's the physical, actual metal futures, it's fine with me. You do what you want to do. I'm just telling you, this look here, right? These averages coming into the 26 look similar, right, for the bounce. So there's a possibility of a bounce. It could go either way, and I have no biases in either direction. I am slightly biased bear, um, only because this EMA 12 is really, really holding it back. So I would guess we're going to have an answer soon, right? Um, it just took out, these lows. It just, this week already, it's wiped out 2 weekly lows. So not the best look. That's the deal on physical. Uh, Somebody asked about this. So let's look at it. Let's go right to the monthly, see what the monthly has to tell us. Yeah, so this is SRUUF. It is the proxy on the US side for U.UN. Someone asked specifically about SRUUF, so that's what we're going to look at. But of course, U.UN has relevance here, right? So yeah, I want to delete it. Fibs on this last pivot, right? So let's just look at this last pivot. Yeah, so here's the weekly. Fib is run on this. Did I do the down here? I think I did. Yeah, this is the down. So, we still have a little bit of a bear pennant going on, but the chant, it's starting to put the work in that it's reducing that, right? So it's been testing this 50% retracement of this down move. And it's been kind of just keeps testing it. So as long as you keep testing it, maybe we can get the push through. And then we'll just have to deal with whatever resistances are coming up next. So if you look at this volume profile, there's a little bit of a gap here. So you could reasonably say you might see some resistance up here where this golden pocket is, but it's just this is all sideways stuff. There's nothing to say or do about it. Like if you believe the price is going up from here, you know, this is a accumulation zone. You're wrong if these areas break down. You're wrong if this zone breaks down because then who knows where's the next buyer acceptance on this fund? That's what you should be asking yourself as you try to position. You know, you might use fundamentals as part of that equation. You might use straight technicals. Most people use it's a very fundamentally driven space, but there is some people who mix the technicals with the fundamentals, like me. Yeah, so it's kind of really gotta hold here. Otherwise, we need to hold. That's what it comes down to. But this is a good cooling off situation, for the next leg up. That's what we're hoping. Just the real. Yeah, you want this to be the monthly high or low being set, and technically it is because we've already taken out last month's high. So, a monthly bounce is literally underway. As crazy as that sounds. Yeah, even though it's literally weekly sideways chop. What's the daily? The daily is, well, the daily is not a lot to say on pivots here, but the daily has actually regained its uptrend and it's really just in an equilibrium right now. It's good. It's not, it's sideways. It's boring. It's horrible. It's impatient and it's everything, but it's not horrible. And it's set the monthly higher low at 1886. Any entries that I would make, I should try to be making them off that. Or if I want to tighten up, I can be working off this new monthly low. So that's the deal. We see the physical, we see the moving averages wanting to maybe reconcile a little bit more. If the physical, the futures keep pulling back another 10, 15, 20 bucks, who knows, whatever they do, one could expect SRUUF to be doing the same thing. So that's the deal. Sorry for the rambling. Over and out.